come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First carry for Najee Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a nice run right there, and worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence, but this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy who's more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games? You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
On the give, this is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now back to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Check, 93. Hurry! Run. Check, 93's the mic. 93.
Mayfield now.
Go!
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not.
Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 7. They'll drop to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
We got three.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Trey Burton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Watch the run. 40's Mike.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Chubb on the counter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schwartz. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Check your hot read.
From the gun, Mayfield. Swings this out for Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Second down and 8.
Point it right. Here we go.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Hey, check. Watch twist. Run. Sponge. Rush in.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kiki QT, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert 33. Hey, watch the shift.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Mayfield.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Second and 10. Back to throw here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Single, slot.
2nd and 4.
Hey, watch number 5.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That swung out wide to Harris. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Watch left. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Move. 3 down.
He'll look to throw.
3 down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch tight end. Tight right. 3 down.
They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, alert. Check 3.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the screen. Run. Check.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Regular. He's checking. Crash. Check 6.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strong right. You got 3 down. Hurry. Alert. Exit.
Mayfield on play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Set the tone, defense.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Well, hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike 40.
They'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Yo, 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 yo.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. 3 down.
They'll set up to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At the 26-yard line.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick slant to Crowder. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Tight left. Tight left. four. Four down.
Back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Got it.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
We got four. We got four.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want
And this is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey. Mike, 55.
Mayfield to throw it.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
You remember me? Regular. Let's go, baby. Check.
They toss it left side to Chubb. Oh, and now some space to operate. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Come on, boys, come on.
Watch 42. He's coming off the edge. Watch him off the edge.
Three buzz.
Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Check down to Breida. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch left. He's tied right there.
He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball?
They're not even trying to do
lean
anything.
more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
I'm coming. Mike 9. Hey, we got to win.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 9, hey. Hey, we got to
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Those INTs all sting. When you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Check, 93's the mic.
Mayfield now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down, even.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ricky. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Strong left. Yeah. Mike 55.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 4-yard line.
180. Freeze the mic. I got him. Pistol. Check 4.
Check.
A give. This is Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think you're probably throwing here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw for a touchdown.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked from the beginning. We got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for Cleveland, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be at home.